As far as the cipher is concerned, I believe that even though the government was in constant denial that the cipher does not exist, there's no such document as a cipher, where we all know now after it came on the screen that cipher does exist and exists very well, and that basically it's a conversation between the two high diplomatic officials from the United States and from Pakistan. Regarding that, why was it released one day before? Why did they have that conversation one day before the vote of no confidence? And when they had that argument or that conversation, the vote of no confidence took place right the next day. It was the next day when. So that timing is a little suspicious, of course. And as long as the conversation between the two diplomatic officials is concerned, whereas America stands in this cipher is that America denies that they have anything to do with selecting which leader should be in Pakistan.
Foreign Office spokesperson was there tell about there is no cipher before 16 months. And then now, after the gone of PDM government,
Yeah.
then he has accepted the cipher is realized. And hello, welcome back. I'm Gohar Sal, and with me today, my guest is Miss Hana Gilani. He is the most senior ILF Pakistan Tariq Insaf Lawyers Union. Today about discussion about the cipher. What was the cipher? Why the cipher timing was released when the government was gone, and why the cipher document released about Imran Khan regime change operation. The Imran Khan always before 2 year, around about 2 year gone 16 month before Imran Khan tell about cipher the document which was the cipher regime change operation, and then the Imran Khan government was gone and then come to PDM in the government of Pakistan. So the today Miss Hana Gilani, which is the nationality American nationality, as know well about the American policies and government. Thank you for coming and time for your. Please tell about what is the cipher and why Pakistan the timing of government the cipher was openly released for government and gone then cipher was come.
Thank you for having me. So, as far as the cipher is concerned, I believe that even though the government was in constant denial that the cipher does not exist, there's no such document as a cipher, where we all know now after it came on the screen that cipher does exist and exists very well, and that basically it's a conversation between the two high diplomatic officials from the United States and from Pakistan. Regarding that, why was it released one day before? Why did they have that conversation one day before the vote of no confidence? And when they had that argument or that conversation, the vote of no confidence took place right the next day. It was the next day when. So that timing is a little suspicious, of course. And as long as the conversation between the two diplomatic officials is concerned, whereas America stands in this cipher is that America denies that they have anything to do with selecting which leader should be in Pakistan. They deny that fact, and as long as the cipher is concerned, they do accept it to the point that this was a normal conversation between two high-end officials, which means that they think they were just discussing the possible outcomes, that what could happen if vote of no confidence succeeds or if it fails. And just as we all read that cipher, and it states in that cipher where the American official is telling the then Pakistani ambassador that if the vote of no confidence does not succeed and Imran Khan stays in power, which is going to be a bad sign for Pakistan, and that America is going to create some kind of hurdles on the international level, economic hurdles for Pakistan. Whereas it also says that if it succeeds and if Imran Khan is removed from power, so then all of the things, the past things, are going to be forgiven by Washington. So this is a very obvious threat to the leadership of Pakistan that if you don't remove Khan, this is what's going to
Sorry
happen.
for interrupt.
This is what we should expect.
I tell about you informed that the cipher was intercept agency news agency in America was
Yeah.
released and opened the cipher of American. The
Yeah.
American government state the American Foreign Office spokesperson was there tell about there's no cipher before 16 months. And then now, after the gone of PDM government,
Yeah.
then he has accepted cipher is realized, and
Yeah.
America was some objection to a visit of Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan to Ukraine between Russia war.
Yeah. So, well, I feel like I should first define the word cipher. Cipher is not some kind of a letter or something that you dispatch in the mail. Cipher basically is a coded secret. So the conversation that those high-end officials were having, they were coded. That means that it is not visible to a normal your office staff. It's not public. It's not for the public. So the conversation is in some kind of codes that only you can decipher in order to understand what the message contains. So for the part that America denies the cipher was that they were denying that they officially sent some kind of letter to the military or the government in order to remove Khan. I think that's why they're denying that they did not send any kind of cipher specifically for that purpose. But I think the conversation that was coded in the letter, that is what they did accept, but they were not calling that as an official letter to the military or the Pakistani government to remove Khan. For them, they were just discussing the possible outcomes. And as long as the Russia and Ukraine war is concerned, we all know that Russia and America, they were in a Cold War before, and they are not best friends. We all know that. So any policy that supports Russia and does not support the United States is not going to be supported, is not going to be accepted by the United States or the Pentagon. So any country that tries to cross America, they try to, stop them as however they can. And as a matter of fact, the same thing that's happening to Imran Khan in Pakistan it kind of mirrors what's happening to Trump in America, where Imran Khan had vote of no confidence and Trump was impeached from his office, and he has some allegations of corruption on him, and he's also in prison at the moment. So he was also post Russia, and he wanted to strengthen the bond between America and Russia. So and then Imran Khan's policy to stay neutral during the war between UK from the Ukraine and the Russia. So I think that was something that triggered America, and that they wanted to do something about it, but then they already probably knew that vote of no confidence was happening. So I don't know if America used Pakistan or Pakistan used America in order to just take out what's best and suits like both of the parties. America also along with the military and our government. So I think they just kind of went vice versa in order to understand that they both want the same things. So they just joined powers, and they just went ahead with the vote of no confidence.
So Hannah, the Saifer is the secret document of Pakistan. Why Imran Khan opened this document? And this document is conduct of secret act of Pakistan Foreign Office. Why Imran Khan opened in public? Why Saifer is the almost a secret document?
Yeah, cipher is, as the name suggests, cipher itself means secret disguised code. So this is something that's not open for public. These are very highly confidential arguments and conversations between two diplomatic officials of the different countries. So this cipher was between America and Pakistan, and yes, it was not in public. This was, I remember that they made some kind of committee for the National Security Committee, and they read that letter and they went through it. It was not for the public. I think the public only saw it like a couple of days ago when it was uploaded by The Intercept. And for the matter that Khan, he did not show that letter. He was just talking about the letter, that he went through the letter and this was the content of it. So I think he played safe.
Yo, welcome. Okay, what is the timing of the cipher leaked in Intercept news agency and an American news agency? At the same time, the government of Pakistan PDM was gone, and the same time leaked cipher was come in market and published. Why?
Yeah, that is not a coincidence for sure. That's not a coincidence. I think it was very well planned. In order to for the reason that the cipher is being is made public only at the time when Khan is arrested and when the PDM government is over. This could also be some kind of a move by some party to further escalate the relationship that public has with this military. in order to worsen that or to create more chaos in the already chaotic political environment. So I don't think it's a coincidence. Someone was definitely behind this. The timings are very, like, it's not a coincidence.
Thank you.